Welcome to Ping 24 Updates, your daily dose of what's happening around the world. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. On July 22, 2025, the powerful engines of a U.S. F-22 Raptor roared over Basa Air Base, touching down on a newly extended runway. This was no routine landing, it was a declaration. The American-funded renovation of this Philippine airstrip is now complete, sending a clear signal across the South China Sea. The U.S. Philippine alliance is stronger and more capable than ever. Hours later, Beijing responded with condemnation, calling the project a provocative act. Chinese state media showed J-20 stealth fighters conducting drills nearby, a warning that China is watching. The runway, just a short flight from the disputed Scarborough Shoal, is seen by Beijing as a direct challenge to its claims. The scene at Basa was a display of partnership. Philippine and U.S. officials watched as their jets flew in formation, emphasizing mutual defense. They spoke of shared values and a commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. The new runway is officially for disaster response, but its military significance is clear. It's a forward operating base, enhancing the reach and readiness of both air forces. For the Philippines, it's a symbol of renewed strength. For the U.S., a key piece in its deterrence strategy. For China, it's an unwelcome complication to its ambitions. This single strip of concrete now stands at the center of a complex geopolitical dance. The completion of this runway marks the start of a new, more tense chapter in the South China Sea. The world is watching what comes next. The stakes have never been higher. The Basa Air Base runway overhaul was a top-to-bottom modernization. The runway was extended and reinforced to handle heavy U.S. transport planes and modern fighter jets. Upgrades included new lighting for all-weather operations and drainage to withstand monsoon rains. Funded by over $66 million from the U.S. Department of Defense, this project falls under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. EDCA allows the U.S. to build facilities and pre-position assets at select Philippine bases. Basa is now one of the most visible and expensive EDCA projects. American and Filipino engineers worked side by side, providing valuable training and boosting the local economy. The project created jobs and supported businesses in Pampanga province. Officials highlight these economic benefits as a foundation for alliance goodwill. Beyond the runway, new aprons and taxiways were built, allowing more aircraft to be serviced and launched simultaneously. This increases the base's operational tempo and flexibility. Basa has transformed from a dated facility into a modern strategic air hub. It can now support a wider range of military and humanitarian missions. This transformation is crucial for both nations' security. The upgraded base is a tangible sign of the alliance's strength, its capability where it's needed most. The groundwork is set for future cooperation. The timing of the Basa runway upgrade is no accident. Tensions between the Philippines and China have escalated, with repeated confrontations near disputed waters. Chinese vessels have used water cannons and dangerous maneuvers against Philippine boats. The new runway is a direct response to this aggression. President Marcos Jr. has taken a firmer stance, strengthening ties with the U.S. as a counterweight to China. Basa's location on Luzon, just 140 nautical miles from Scarborough Shoal, is strategic. From here, Philippine and U.S. jets can reach contested areas in minutes. This proximity allows for rapid response and persistent presence over disputed waters. The upgrade is part of a regional trend. Southeast Asian nations are boosting defenses and deepening partnerships with the U.S., Japan, and Australia. The runway is a piece of a larger puzzle, alliances forming to create a more stable Indo-Pacific. Its completion is a deliberate signal of unity and resolve. The U.S. and its allies are committed to upholding international law. The stakes in the South China Sea have never been clearer. The upgraded Basa Air Base is a game-changer for the Philippine Air Force. It enables advanced jets to operate more effectively and prepares the base for future aircraft. Basa is now the primary hub for defending the country's western flank and monitoring its exclusive economic zone. For the U.S., Basa is a critical forward staging point, flexible, not permanent, aligning with agile combat employment strategies. Dispersed, resilient locations like Basa make U.S. forces less vulnerable and more adaptable. The base enhances interoperability. U.S. and Philippine forces train together, building real-world experience and trust. In a crisis, this familiarity is invaluable. The runway is a platform for a truly integrated joint force ready for any contingency. Beyond military use, BASA is vital for disaster relief in a region prone to typhoons and earthquakes. Heavy lift aircraft can now deliver aid quickly, benefiting the Filipino people and regional stability. This dual-use capability is a key part of the base's value. The U.S. Philippine alliance is about protecting lives as well as sovereignty. BASA Air Base stands as a cornerstone of modern defense and humanitarian response. It's a symbol of partnership in action. The region is safer and more resilient because of it. The future of the alliance is being built here, one mission at a time. The new runway's completion has fueled a surge in joint military exercises. The annual Balikatan drills now involve over 16,000 troops, with Australia and France joining for the first time. Scenarios focus on maritime security and island defense, including live fire and island recapture drills. BASA Air Base is a key launchpad for these operations. The U.S. has deployed the Typhoon missile system to the Philippines, demonstrating new deterrence capabilities. International cooperation is expanding. Japan, Australia, and others are deepening security ties with Manila. This growing network forms a coalition of the concerned, signaling to China that its actions face united opposition. The upgraded runway is a physical node in this security web. It enables multinational forces to train and operate together. These activities build credible combat power and political will. The message collective security is real, and aggression will be met with a united response. The drills are not just for show. They're about readiness and resolve. The region's balance of power is shifting. China's reaction to the BASA upgrade has been predictably hostile. Beijing calls the EDCA sites daggers pointed at China, accusing the U.S. of using the Philippines as a pawn. Chinese military drills in the South China Sea have intensified, simulating island seizures and blockades. Gray zone tactics, swarming reefs, shadowing ships are on the rise. State media warned that EDCA bases would be early targets in any conflict. China's information campaign aims to sow doubt about the U.S. alliance. Officially, Beijing claims its military presence is defensive, but its actions tell another story. The runway at BASA is a response to, not the cause of, regional militarization. The contest for influence is as much about perception as power. The new BASA runway marks a shift in the regional balance of power. China's artificial islands once gave it a strategic edge, but BASA now counters that advantage. The base provides the U.S. and Philippines with a resilient option to challenge China's control. The project brought jobs and technology to the Philippines, but its long-term impact is even greater. Filipino forces now gain experience with advanced U.S. military systems, raising their capabilities for decades. Beijing must now factor in rapid U.S. deployments close to its assets, complicating any military plans. The runway raises the cost and risk of aggression, deterrence in action. The psychological shift is just as important. The region sees that China's dominance is not inevitable. The project boosts morale and confidence in the Philippines and among its allies. U.S. commitment is now visible, not just promised. The new runway is a symbol of resistance and renewed resolve. The balance of power is no longer one-sided. The future is being rewritten on this strip of concrete. The upgraded BASA runway has an immediate impact on Philippine security. More frequent, longer-range patrols now monitor the West Philippine Sea, tracking illegal activity and Chinese movements. This persistent presence asserts sovereignty daily. In a crisis, BASA becomes a vital air operations hub, controlling the Luzon Strait, a key choke point for trade and security. The base's capabilities make aggression riskier and stability more likely. The upgrade encourages further modernization, new aircraft, better defenses, and deeper U.S. investment. The runway is the foundation for a stronger defensive network. It gives leaders in Manila and Washington more options and faster response times. In the high-stakes South China Sea, rapid, decisive action is essential for crisis management. The future of regional security is being shaped here every day. The new BASA runway is more than a construction project. It's a symbol of a revitalized U.S. Philippine alliance. For the Philippines, it's a tool for modernizing defense and protecting national interests. For the U.S., it's a key part of its Indo-Pacific strategy and integrated deterrence. The project demonstrates real investment in allied security, building trust and strengthening partnerships. For the region, BASA signals that unilateral changes to the status quo won't go unchallenged. It reassures Southeast Asian nations facing similar pressures from China. Strengthening deterrence makes conflict less likely and stability more achievable. The runway is a foundation for peace, not just power. It's a testament to a shared vision for a free and open Indo-Pacific. On this concrete line, the future of the region is being secured.